to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day, y'all. Every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are new to this era of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, I want to say welcome. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for taking a brief moment to holler at your man, Captain Will, because you're now rocking with the best. Now rocking the best. Essentially rocking with the best. Come rock with me, Captain Will. We got to go today, y'all. We got to go one today. Y'all, I'm talking about, hey, what's up, Karen Richardson? What's going on? What's up, Sam? We got to go in today, y'all. You already know. It's a good one. We chilling. It's shot o'clock. Even though it's 3:49 p.m., it's shot o'clock today. Just sipping on some wine. This is what I do. So we're going to sip on some wine. So whenever you might watch the show, whenever you might catch some glimpses of it, just know it's shot o'clock. It's shot o'clock. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what is the optimal, what is the best lineup for the South Carolina Gamecocks, the starting lineup for the South Carolina Gamecocks this upcoming season. Okay? So after winning 38 straight games, after becoming the three-time national champion, after defeating Iowa in front of 19 million people, South Carolina loses one starter, one key contributor, her name is Kamilla Cardoso, who was drafted to the Chicago Sky. That's what we lost. She's doing well in the W, but South Carolina Gamecocks go on to the next challenge. We are returning pretty much our entire roster while adding 3 high-level recruits and a high-level transfer. So what does that do to the starting lineup? What does that do to the starting lineup this upcoming season? Because with Raven Johnson returning, Powell could be back for a 5th year. Those 2 starters locked up, right? You got Bree Hall, who started at 3. You have Chloe Kiss, who started at 4, and you had Kamilla Cardoso, who started at the 5 position. So just looking on the outside, looking in, right? You're only talking about like 1 starting position that's open. That is what we're talking about, right? But in actuality, that ain't true. Because everybody got to fight for it. Everybody going to come into summer camp. Everybody has arrived at summer camp ready to challenge for a starting position, right? So if everyone is going to come in and challenge for a starting position, everybody's going to be in the best shape of their life. Everybody's going to be coming in, and we got 12 McDonald's All-Americans and 12 5-star recruits, all those cool things. Everybody wants a bite of the apple, but everybody can have a bite of the apple. Everybody doesn't have that opportunity because there's only 5 spots. So I'm gonna break it down like this. This is hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, y'all can chime in on who y'all think it is. But offensively, according to my eyeballs, according to analytics, according to what I see, Tina Powell was the best offensive player for the South Carolina Gamecocks. She was the best player for South Carolina. It's not a surprise that she was the best offensive player for South Carolina. It ain't. For returning, it's not. Her offensive rating was 123.9. 123.9. This young lady was the best three-point shooter in college basketball. The best. And she's returning for her 5th year. She's returning for a 5th year. So she has the leadership. She's a champion. She's not a kid showing up. She was also second in assists behind Raven Johnson. Te-Hina Paopao is our best offensive player. She ain't going to shoot a ton of shots. Last season, she shot 5 3-pointers per game. 5 3-pointers per game for South Carolina is pretty good. Actually, it's real good, especially when you shoot close to 50% from 3. Te-Hina Paopao, if we are building an offensive lineup, you have to start with Te-Hina Paopao. You have to. And then we're going to move on. We're going to move on and talk about another guard who's going to start for South Carolina. We're building the best offensive team. You are going to talk about. You're going to talk about Tessa Johnson. Tessa Johnson, our offensive rating 120.5. 120.5. And she found her edge. She found her will to be in the biggest games, at the biggest moments, at the best time. Tessa Johnson was second on this team in 3-point shooting. If you're second on South Carolina's team in 3-point shooting, you having a really good day. You're having a really good season. You had a really good year. Because you're second, that means you in the top 5. You're in the top 3 in the SEC. And that's what Tessa Johnson was. She was a lights out shooter. She was. We saw her in the SEC tournament. We saw her in the NCAA tournament. She continued. She got better and better and better. And if we are building our best offensive lineup, Tessa Johnson is in the ball game. She's in the ball game. She's in the starting lineup. She's in the starting 5, at least for me. Third is Raven Johnson. Come on now. Raven Johnson led the team in assists. Shot 34, 35% from 3. Wonderful rebounder at the guard position. Assist to turnover ratio of almost 3-to-1. She is her in terms of point guards in the SEC. Her offensive rating was 115.7. 115.7. There's so many ways that I can quantify, that situation. And I know folks are going to say, whoa, Cam Will. If we talk about guards, offensively, you have to begin with MiLaysia Fulwiley. MiLaysia Fulwiley is a sensational offensive player. Sensational offensive player who I believe will lead the Gamecocks in scoring this upcoming season. I truly believe she's going to lead the Gamecocks in scoring, whether starting or off the bench. She's going to lead the team in scoring. So how are you going to lead the team in scoring, but you're not one of the top 3 guards offensively for South Carolina? Well, MiLaysia Fulwiley, her assist to turnover ratio wasn't good. She has quite a few turnovers. She committed quite a few fouls in her playing time. Now, Fulwiley played about 18 minutes a game. 18 minutes a game. Okay? And those 18 minutes a game offensively wasn't the well-rounded picture or the well-rounded situation that I see for Powell, for Tessa, and for Raven. One is the turnovers. She shot 34% from the 3. Now, she's a bucket getter. She's going to get to the free throw line. I don't think anybody on the planet Earth playing women's basketball can guard MiLaysia Fulwiley one-on-one. I think Raven Johnson and MiLaysia Fulwiley going one-on-one would sell like hotcakes on pay-per-view. I'm just telling you right now. I'm letting you know right now. Okay? You literally have in my opinion, the best one-on-one player in MiLaysia Fulwiley being guarded by the best perimeter guard in the country in Raven Johnson. But if we look at the turnovers and the overall numbers and the offensive rating, Powell, Tessa, and Raven were better all-around players. And it shouldn't be a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, come on. It shouldn't be a surprise. And what what's different about this list that I'm showing right now versus the eye test? The eye test tells me that MiLaysia Fulwiley is supposed to be the top 3. If we talk about strictly offensive guards. But here is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing. MiLaysia Fulwiley ain't listed as one of the top 3 guards offensively on South Carolina's team, but she is listed as one of the top 2 guards defensively. How the hell that happens? How does that happen? Is that MiLaysia Fulwiley, who was benched at North Carolina for not good defensive play, finished up as the number 1 rated defensive perimeter player in the SEC. Now, she didn't play as many minutes. Again, she only played 17, 18 minutes a game, but her defensive rating was almost 74, less than 74. That is straight up sensational. Straight up sensational. So when I mentioned that MiLaysia Fulwiley is going to be a super duper amazing player for the University of South Carolina Gamecocks, I am saying that because she is sensational defensively when she bought in, because she's so athletic. She is so athletic, and she's sensational offensively. So we're going to build a team. If we're going to build an all-around team, which we will do in a second, MiLaysia Fulwiley is in the starting 5. No doubt about that. She is in the starting 5. She is an amazing, amazing basketball player, and I believe she's going to have a sensational year this year. It's a sensational year this year. One of the best combinations, one of the best. I hate that doggone term. I hate that term of a two-way player. I hate that mess. I hate they created that mess, and they created that mess because NBA players stop playing defense. So when you stop playing on one side of the field or one side of the court, you got to create some type of scenario. You got to create some type of something that for the players that actually play defense to say that they good. That's where the term two-way player is. And I don't say that mess. We don't talk that mess in no South Carolina. No two-way players. No such animals, no such thing as a two-way player. As a basketball player or not a basketball player. And MiLaysia Fulwiley is a basketball player. She is. And we're talking about the best forwards. We're moving on to the best forwards. And again, this is the eye test. The eye test is the analytics and makes us offensively great, right? So if we talk about the 2 best forwards returning to South Carolina, and this is the thing, right? Which I did not mention earlier. What I did not mention earlier, I'm not going to include Joyce Edwards. I'm not going to include Adhel Tac, and I'm not going to include Maddy McDaniel on this list. I'm not going to include those because they are freshmen who ain't did nothing on the court yet. So I'm not going to baptize them with a starting lineup this soon. I ain't doing that. Not going to happen. Nope. Not on my watch. Not going to do that. Will they earn a chance to be in the starting lineup come November the 4th or whenever there's going to be a preseason game before that? I could see that for sure, especially Joyce Edwards. For sure. But I'm not going to say, yo, Joyce is going to start right now. Or maybe Adhel Tac is going to start right now because they ain't played yet. They ain't played, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to penalize the ladies who've been putting in the work over and over and over, year after year after year. I'm not going to put in Miriam Dada in this list because she has not played for South Carolina. It's easy. I can plug and play Miriam Dada and say, yo, 6'4", shoot the 3 at 34%, a stretch 4, can do that, block shots at a high level in the SEC. I can do that. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. We talking about a returning forwards. If we talking about a returning forwards offensively, the number 1 forward, the number 1 forward offensively was Chloe Kitts. Chloe Kitts, number 1 forward, returning for the South Carolina Gamecocks. That's what she did. Now, her minutes was similar to Ashlyn Watkins. It was tough. It was tough. When I look at Ashlyn Watkins and Chloe Kitts, it's tough, right? And so you look at her, you have to break it down. And you say, okay, Chloe averaged about 9 points per game. Chloe averaged about 6 rebounds a game. She was a solid free throw shooter. She's a solid Field goal percentage was solid. Assists was decent, almost 2 assists per basketball game. Okay. She limited her turnovers. And Coach Dawn Staley said herself early in the season, said the offense runs more smoothly with Chloe in the basketball game. So I'm not going to dispute anything Dawn said. Not going to dispute that at all. And then the number said also her offensive rating was 114.7, which led the forwards that are returning to the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball team. I'm expecting huge things from Chloe Kitts this upcoming season. Huge things. I expect her to have an amazing year this year. I really do. I expect her to have an amazing year this year, and I expect her to put in some crazy, crazy work. I do. The last one might surprise you. Who was one of the better offensive forwards / centers, whatever you want to call it, post players on this South Carolina women's basketball team. Okay, and that young lady was Sania Feagin. Sania Feagin did not play much at the beginning of the season. She started playing a little bit more in the middle of the season, and then she started playing a little bit more than that towards the end season when the games actually mattered for South Carolina. Her offensive rating ended up being 114.4. That was second in terms of offensive rating for returning forwards or returning post players for South Carolina. Sania Feagin has moves on top of moves. She's 6'3". She's strong. She's a dog. I expect her to have a great year. Her upcoming senior season, she's going to be in phenomenal shape. She's ready to challenge for a starting position. And it's so crazy. If you challenge for a starting position at the University of South Carolina, that means you are a straight animal. You are a beast. You are a dog. You are a bucket getter. You have the opportunity to go to the WNBA if you are starting for the South Carolina Gamecocks, because the team is so talented. And I believe Sania Feagin is going to have a ferocious year this upcoming season. I really do. I've already talked about the offense, so offense is done. I already spoke about MiLaysia Fulwiley defensively. And then we talk about defense, you got to talk about Raven Johnson. So we're talking about the best defensive lineup for South Carolina this upcoming season. MiLaysia Fulwiley, Raven Johnson, and the third is Tessa Johnson. Okay. Tessa Johnson, 6'1", long arms, quick. Tessa Johnson has her ceiling. Tessa's ceiling is so high for this basketball team to be so great. So great. Tessa, because a lot of folks are talking about so much about potential starting lineups, and then it's talking season, so I'm talking about it today too. But Tessa is one of the best all-around players on this basketball team. She really, really is. And she's so clutch. And she was clutch as a freshman. But the rankings sometimes missed the mark. She was 25th in the class 2023. Tessa Johnson won 25th in the country. She showed that at South Carolina. She wasn't on 25th in the country. That needed to be revised and changed up some. Tessa Johnson is one of the better defensive players on this basketball team and on the perimeter. And folks will say, well, yo, wait, where's Breezy? And this was, because the eye test for me, like, yo, Breezy was doing work. And she did do work this season. She did. Big Bucket Breezy was doing work this season. She shot 39% from three. She was a captain. She did work. But she did not make my top three. She didn't make my top three in terms of offense and defense for this particular basketball season. Oh, who's coming back? Right? I think we'll talk about that on another show. We're going to hold that. We're going to put a pin on that. We're going to put that kickstand down on the bike and just hold tight. But those are my top three right now. for defense and guards for this upcoming season. Okay, and Watkins, y'all already know Watkins is the best defensive player, in my humble opinion, in the country. There's defense, and then there's Ashlyn Watkins. I think Ashlyn Watkins is the best defensive player. I think she's the most athletic player in the United States of America playing women's basketball at the college level. I do, and I ain't never gonna change. I'm never gonna change it. I'm never gonna change my opinion on that. Nope. Unless something's created in the lab and take the place of Ashlyn Watkins, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Her numbers was unbelievable. She just didn't play enough minutes, and I'm still upset on her not getting the defensive recognition that she should have received this past season. She's gonna get it this year. She's gonna get it this year. And the hype train for Ashlyn Watkins is going to be going on and on and on all summer into the fall by Captain Will. I'm just letting you know right now. Right now. And finally, Chloe Kitts. There we go with that name again. Chloe Kitts. Chloe Kitts not only is the second best defender at the perimeter on this basketball team, she is the second leading rebounder returning on this basketball team. Chloe Kitts is special. She is really good, y'all. I keep saying that over and over and over again. Chloe Kitts is a really good basketball player who needs to get her shine and needs to get the credit that she deserves. She is a good to really good basketball player who played her first real year of college basketball. She's going to be really good this season. Really good this season. She is one of the better players on South Carolina offensively and defensively. She is. Which brings me to the next point on who I think, then we're going to go through some of these comments, who I think is going to be starting line. Today is July the 2nd. You know, I know some folks are already enjoying their 4th of July time off. I know there's the barbecues and the hot dogs and brats and cheeseburgers and ribs and macaroni and cheese and collard greens, and I'm just getting hungry thinking about it. So it's talking season. So we're gonna just talk a little bit about this. But this is what I believe on July the 2nd at 4:10 p.m. Who I believe is going to be the starting lineup for the South Carolina basketball team when the season begins. When the season begins. So. Number one, Raven Johnson, point guard extraordinaire. She will be starting for South Carolina, and she's going to have a super duper amazing year this year. I'm telling you that right now. You're talking about all SEC and some first all and some All-American type votes as well. That's Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson, offensive and defensive. And if the posters and the media and all those folks actually get the guts to actually talk about defense other than just a damn all defensive team, but talk about a complete player offensively and defensively, then we got a discussion about real basketball. But as long as they're just talking about offensive numbers and not defensive numbers, you're going to see certain players always get talked about, but they can't play a lick of defense. But Raven Johnson can, and she's efficient offensively too. Give them all love. Because all these awards, all these things are slanted towards offense. What then? I never understood. You get 2 points on one end, but you give up 2 points on the other end. How does that make you a really great player? It don't. If you get 2 points on one end, and you go back on defense, and you're an excellent offensive player, but you guarding the 4th or 5th best offensive player on the defensive end, what is that saying about you as a basketball player? If you are an outstanding, amazing offensive player, but you're getting substituted for defensive purposes, you shouldn't be getting no damn award. None. Don't put your name on no type of receipt talking about you getting an award when you're getting substituted on the defensive end because you can't guard nobody. That don't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe it. I don't understand it. But Raven Johnson is her. Okay. Secondly, I mean, come on. Ashlyn Watkins, easy. Ain't nothing to discuss about that right there. You talking about the best defensive player in the country, who's going to lead for sure the SEC in block shots, who's getting better and better offensively and defensively. Does she need to improve her free throw shoot? Yes, she does. From her freshman year, she was 46%. Her sophomore year, she was 56%. If she improves up 10 more, you're talking about 66%. I'm fine for that for Ashlyn Watkins. But I do know that increased minutes gonna make increased production for this young lady. So Raven Johnson, Ashlyn Watkins, right there, you got the best perimeter defender in the conference, the best post or the overall best defender in the country. And Watkins, I mean, you're gonna win a whole lot of ball games just starting those two right there. Next one, Tina Papa, the best offensive player overall for South Carolina. Bucket getter, shot maker, number one, the best shooter in the country in women's basketball. The best shooter. Let me say it because the ones in the back may not hear that. Because I got a whole lot of folks with LSU and Texas and Oklahoma and all these different folks who watch Captain Will. So I'm just letting you know right now, Tina Pop-Out is the best shooter in the country. It's proven. It's statistical data saying that. The best shooter in the country. And for sure, not the best scorer. A royal perspective, for sure. Not the best scorer in the country because she ain't shooting 22 times like a Juju Watkins going to shoot. And Juju Watkins shoot about 33% from the three, 39% from field goal range because she's shooting 22 times. And yeah, damn, she only gets 25 points per game. The best shooter in the country is Tina Pop-Out. And it ain't close. And then so we got Raven Johnson. We got Ashlyn Watkins. We got Tina Pop-Out. The fourth one we're going to talk about is Chloe Kitts. Chloe Kitts. She started 31 of 37 games last season. She will be starting this upcoming season. I believe completely that Chloe is going to show up, show out, and dominate this season. Yeah, I said it. Dominate. I believe that much in Chloe Kitts. I do. I believe that she is an outstanding offensive and defensive player. I really do. And you starting to line up with Raven, Powell, Chloe, Watkins. You have 4 out of the 5 spots too, right there, right? But you also have a combination of offense and defense that is amazing. Offense and defense that is amazing. Sensational. That is what you call a complete team. Now, the fifth one. The fifth one we have to discuss. We have to talk about who I believe is going to be in the starting lineup for this South Carolina women's basketball team. And I believe on July the 2nd that the fifth player that's going to be starting is going to be MiLaysia Fulwiley. I believe MiLaysia Fulwiley will be in the starting lineup this upcoming season. I believe it. I think MiLaysia Fulwiley. And then let me hold on a second. Take a break right here. I think that MiLaysia Fulwiley is the best all-around basketball player on this basketball team. I believe it. Offensively and defensively, MiLaysia Fulwiley is the best overall basketball player on this team. I don't think you can keep her out of the starting lineup. I don't. Last season, 17, 18 minutes to play, her usage rate was higher than anybody's. She was second on the team in scoring behind Kamilla Cardoso. Whenever South Carolina's in a pinch and needs scoring, MiLaysia Fulwiley gets the basketball. Those are the truths. And MiLaysia Fulwiley don't shy away from defense. She wants to guard the better player or the best player on the opposing team. She wants to. She wants to give them the business. And she talks smack. She talks that country smack that we only do in South Carolina. I love it because she ain't scared of nobody. She's just a hooper. MiLaysia Fulwiley is just a hooper, and I love it. I love it. MiLaysia Fulwiley is going to start for South Carolina. I'm just saying it. Y'all get your minds right, get your heads in order, and y'all just believe it. Y'all just see it. Mark my word, this is July the 2nd. When the lineup comes out on November the 4th in Vegas against Michigan, MiLaysia Fulwiley going to be starting. You can't have your best scorer sitting on the bench. You can't. There ain't no way you can have your best scorer. Because I ain't say best shooter. I did not say best shooter. Tina Pow is the best shooter on this basketball team. MiLaysia Fulwiley is the best scorer and might be the best perimeter player when given more minutes. I don't know. We have to see that. Raven Johnson is the one right now. We're going to see. But you can't have it. And I know folks are going to say, oh, yo, Bree needs to start. Bree needs to start. Oh, Bree needs to get minutes. Oh, sure. And I ain't saying that her minutes going to go down to 18, 17, nothing like that. Yes, last season she was second in minutes. She was second or third in minutes. And I predict she'll play well over 20 minutes again this season. But MiLaysia Fulwiley, and you cannot, with the eyes, your eyes ain't going to lie to you. Your eyes ain't going to lie to you. Come on now. Come on now. MiLaysia Fulwiley is her. She's her. She's her. And I'm hearing a lot of things. All the scenes will start. They'll do this and that and the third. I know that because we're talking about seniors, so you're talking about Feagin going to start. You're talking about Powell going to start. You're talking about Sakima Walker going to start. If it's just seniority, so why is there competition? Where's the competition? So just because Bree is a starter and a senior, that nobody can fight for that position and get that position? I don't believe that. I don't think any position. Real talk. I don't think any position on this basketball team is sacred or whatnot. I don't believe nobody. Nobody. I want to say Raven is the only position that you can say you can pencil in and put a star and everything on it. I want to say her. But there's competition everywhere. Everyone has to be on point this upcoming season. They do. They do. MiLaysia Fulwiley came up, went to Dawn Staley and said, I'm coming for a starting position. I ain't making that up. I ain't making it up at all. No. We can argue about it. We can fuss about it. But it's all love. I just believe MiLaysia Fulwiley is the best all-around player on this basketball team. I do. I think she's the best all-around player. I think she has the potential this year to do some things that we didn't see as sophomores on this basketball team ever. Ever. I really do. I really do. So many great comments, y'all. Especially on what's today? Tuesday? So many great comments. Jeanne Antoinette said, I got my Pinot Noir. Praying for you always. Texas will always be dangerous. Yeah. Texas is gonna be really good. Texas is gonna be really good this upcoming season. They are. And I just can't wait. I can't wait for the battles. And you talking about Texas at home, and then we go to Texas. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be some really good basketball. And the talk up to the game is gonna be crazy. It just needs to be at a good time. So you ain't gotta look for it. It don't need to be on it won't be on ESPN Plus, but it needs to be on ABC or ESPN at a prime time situation. I'm just saying. Brenda SC, hello, Cap. What's up? What's up? How you doing, Brenda? What's good? John Carter, Angel Reese, player of the month. Angel Reese is having a great WNBA season. I'm not gonna lie. Anything about that. Angel Reese has been balling for the Chicago Sky. Now the Chicago Sky got a lot of work to do. Now, obviously, if you have 2 first-round picks, you got some things to work on. But Angel Reese has been balling. Angel Reese, I mean, there's a conversation that could be had saying that Angel Reese is the best rebounder in WNBA. Like what? What? And those were the conversations. These conversations that was happening, before the draft. Like, yo, we don't have like an actual position. We don't have an actual. Well, now she's gonna fit in because she's 6'3", but is she big enough to play in the post and rebound against the bigs? And hey, she don't have the game to extend out. Well, I mean, everybody who said that, including myself, was wrong. Angel Reese is a dog, and she ain't scared of nobody. Nobody. And the combination of Angel Reese, Kamilla Cardoso in the post, ooh-wee, that is scary for the next however many years. That is scary. They get some competent guard play. And they get some depth on that basketball team. Chicago Sky gonna be really good for several years. Dick Williams, what's up, my guy? John People said, I think you should talk about the starting 10, Dodgers 10 that should deserve a lot of time. Already proved it for sure. And then it's just barbershop talk that we talk about today. It ain't no real. I don't think it's the right or wrong answer because next week I probably change my mind. I probably won't. No, I ain't gonna lie. I probably won't change my mind. I ain't gonna change my mind. That's the 5 I'm going with. But Miriam Dotto gonna have something to say about that. Joyce gonna have something to say about that. Adhel Tac is gonna have something to say about that. It's gonna be crazy. And nobody, this ain't the Southern Cals and the Notre Dames and the UConns, all the different places where you're gonna have multiple players playing 30 plus minutes, not on South Carolina, not at all. The numbers will be spread out. Everybody gonna play. They're gonna be just throwing waves of players and talent at these teams that is just gonna be overwhelmed. Michigan is the first one to get the onslaught of this Avengers / Justice League type situation we got in South Carolina. It don't matter. When you comparing, like, because if MiLaysia Fulwiley takes the starting line, goes in the starting lineup and takes out Bree. So then you got a situation where Bree, Tessa, let me say this out loud. You got a situation, if the 5 start that I just said, then on the second 5, just chiming in what John Pittman said, the second 5, you could say, by any stretch of the imagination, I don't know how you want to say it. You're talking about Adhel, Bree, Joyce, Feagin, Dada, man. Oh my Lord. Oh my MiLaysia. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. The second 5 for the South Carolina Gamecocks can literally go to the Sweet 16. That is unbelievable. And then you're picking and choosing, mismatching, and all these different things. Because on most basketball teams, Joyce Edwards go to another team. Oh, she's starting. For sure. No question. On most basketball teams, Maddy McDaniel, 5-star recruit, second best point guard in this recruiting cycle, top 12 player, she's starting. There'll be a whole lot of buzz if Maddy McDaniel went to LSU instead of South Carolina. There'll be a whole parade. There'll be purple and gold or whatever the colors they got down there. All these different things. Because LSU didn't get no top players in the class of 2024. None. But because Maddy is playing the waiting game for South Carolina, there ain't going to be like a huge buzz. So she ain't going to no rickety type situations this upcoming season. There ain't going to be no commercials done about Maddy this season. But she is an amazing basketball player because this is how it is when South Carolina is so deep. You got to wait. You got time. You got to wait your opportunity. Or you can go to some of these other teams and not win. You can do that too. Adhel Tac 6'5.5". 6'5.5". You think she can wouldn't go to some of these other teams and not start? What? 5-star recruit. Would have been a McDonald's All-American. 26 in the country. Really? Come on, y'all. Come on. John Pittman, you're right, bro. You're right. You're absolutely right. We have a lot of we have the best team in the universe of college basketball. It ain't close. It ain't close. And we're gonna nitpick. We're gonna say this. We're gonna say that. All these different things about who we think gonna start. At the end of the day, everybody gonna start. And Cap, what you talking about? Everybody gonna start this season. Everybody. Because it don't matter who starts. It matters who finishes. It matters who finishes. Because we're gonna see in the clutch times. We're gonna see in the clutch times who's playing in the basketball game. And sometimes they ain't starters. Okay. Sometimes they ain't starters. Dawn Staley will pull a starter quick during the basketball game and put somebody else in. If they ain't balling, if they ain't playing defense, if they ain't playing their assignment, she will. It's just a placeholder. It's just a placeholder. Now, last season, the starting lineup basically stayed the same unless there was an injury. But this season, I think they're going to be a situation where all season long, these players are going to be fighting, clawing, and trying to get into the starting lineup and get major minutes with the talent that is on this basketball team. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will, making sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you're now rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.